Hey everyone, Matt Father here with my third Winterball game, the last regular season game basically to see if I'm in the top two in my division and move on to kind of the next stage of the Winterball tournament. I was able to do better against my opponent's team than they did against mine in game two. So I am currently 1-1 and going against Sisu, I would guess at the pronunciation of his name for game 3, and he has already recorded his game on Twitch, so I will also be watching that afterwards to compare our scores, but I think we're pretty much ready to go. Just messing with our sound settings there. And let's see if we have any crazy good or bad days. Nope, just a little change from Julie. Timmy Unger out in right field has a bad day for the Melonheads. Jay Green at shortstop as well, but Troy is on a good day. Frank with a slight fielding upgrade. This is definitely a pretty well-rounded team. I mean, all of our Winterball teams are pretty strong overall. Chico manning center field is a nice player to have out there at this field, and Sarah in left field, of course. So I will be trying to hit the ball to right field, but that's always a bit of a struggle as well. So we'll see how this goes. Jason Kendall leading off for the Melonheads. Let's hope Julie can keep up her pitching dominance so far. Not a good start with the ball on the first pitch. And then a really wild second pitch for whatever method that backyard baseball uses to determine that. But gets a nice pitch on that hook on the outside corner for strike one. And Jason with a bunt that was easy for Tina to catch. So first out in the inning, that brings up Sarah, the Barry Bonds clone out in left field. And she hits a little grounder to Julie, who makes the play over to Sally at first. And brings up their center fielder, Chico Papas, unclear, who has a lot of power if he makes contact. Also, for when a human is controlling him, he has great eye, so it's easily able to determine balls and strikes. But he chose to bunt, and Julie is about as good as he can get as a fielder at pitcher. So no trouble for her, and that brings us to the bottom of the first, still 0-0.
I hit pretty good for a shortstop, so watch out! Hey,
Frank is a solid pitcher for the Melonheads, no doubt about that. Just missed for strike one. Oh, I forgot. So I'm going to try to stick with closed stance until we get to 2 strikes, and try to get him to throw me something over here where I can hit it out to right field. That'll work. It's going to be a single, but not bad from Mr. Derek Jeter. And that will bring up Julie, batting second for us. We're going to start a steal. We might have to send him back, but I think even on Kendall he can make it, well, especially with that kind of throw. So, got Jeter over second, happy with that. Definitely keeping power swing on for Julie. Looks like a ball. There it is. So, count of 1-1. Not quite what I was hoping for, but I don't think that was messing with the AI or anything. I thought I was kind of going past him actually, but I think Julie was going to make it to first anyways, so I'm not too worried about it, but it's kind of a weird play there. But runners on second and third now. And we took the first pitch so we could steal second, and then took the second pitch because it was a ball. I accidentally clicked to swing instead of clicking to change my batting stance, so swung at clearly the wrong time, but we're back to a 2-2 count. It was a pretty good swing, all things considered, from Whitney, and was in a good spot to let her get to first base. So, bases loaded with back-to-back good hitters up. Hopefully, can make something happen here. Lindsay, the last one over the left field fence for a grand slam. That's what we like to see. So that puts us up 4-0. Not crazy distance on that one, but good enough. And that will bring up Francis Bluer, who has not been quite as good as I was hoping so far this tournament, but definitely has the speed to get on base pretty much no matter what anyways, so that one going out too. Tie. It's deep. Looks like. Nice. Back-to-back homers from Lindsay and Francis. Really good way to start off the game. No outs and 5 runs already. We do have the weaker part of our lineup coming up after this though, so we will see how well they are able to do. They've been definitely struggling in my game so far. I still don't know if I should be batting with a grounder swing or a line drive swing with Dante. We'll stick with line drive for now. Maybe alternate each inning. Try some things out. Or each time he comes to bat, I mean. So 5-0 lead with no out so far. Yeah, that was a ball. Oh, well. I'm going to switch to grounder with 2 strikes. Interesting that they now have Jay Green on the mound, and that means that Frank Thomas is their shortstop. Dante was able to beat out the throw from Jason Kendall. So that was good. Still no outs. Got a runner on first base. We're going to try to steal with Dante. See if he flips the throw again. That was a pretty good one. To slide back in, and Dante's probably pretty tired now. I can't try to steal with him again, so I will not. That was a good pitch to hit. Chico let it bounce off him. I'm gonna have to go. Dang it. That was a weird one. But Sean made pretty good contact. Thought it might even get out for a minute, but not quite. I think with Tina, we're gonna just try to grounder it to the right side. And kind of basically do a sacrifice bunt, but with a grounder swing. Yeah, didn't really work out. More of a fielder's choice, but we did not get double played, so it's probably not the right term for it. But that was the thing I was most worried about. Sally fouls off the first pitch. We've got runners on first and second with 1 out. Looks like a ball for the second pitch. And it was. for the third pitch as well, so 2-1. Probably strike. Yeah. Got the top of the zone. Sally's tall, which is good for being a first baseman. Not so good up at the plate. Fouls that one off on the outside corner. Still 2-2. Fouls that one off. She definitely struggles to hit the ball in fair territory. Another foul ball. When she does make contact, though, stuff like that happens. With Bonds out in left field, we're not going to get any further than that. So, bases loaded for Derek Jeter. Still 1 out. So, hopefully everyone on base has enough speed that I don't hit myself into a double play here. But we're really going to be trying to hit it off to right field if we can. Or just hitting it where nobody is. Chico might get there though. Yeah. He did indeed. So still bases loaded. But 2 outs now for Julie. Definitely who I would want up in this situation. Looks like a ball, and it is. So 1-0. Another ball. We aren't exactly excited if she takes a walk, but could be worse as well. 3-0. Jay might be intentionally walking in a run, or we might violate one of those rules of unwritten rules of baseball with a grand slam on 2 strikes, but it's not to be. Flubbed the play at the plate. Sean was running on the way and got there before they could tag him, so in effect a walk. And that brings us up 6-0. Time to see if Whitney has like any power or if I can draw a walk. On that one. 1-1. Jay's getting kind of up there with 21 pitches. I think that's low. Yep. 2-1 count. Nice. 3-1. We are taking this pitch no matter where it is. So, full count for Whitney now. It's worth it to see if I can get a walk on this one. I think that's a ball. Yeah, perfect. So Whitney does manage to draw the walk, and that brings back Lindsay Felgate for the 2nd time this inning. She does not get a hold of that one. And I was not able to click quite fast enough to get Sally home on that trinkler. I don't think that's the right word for it. A dinky little hit towards first base. So, fortunately, we got our 3rd out, but I'm pretty happy to start the 1st inning with 7 runs. And that brings up Jay Green for the Melonheads. Already down 0-1. Hits that one over the fence. Yep. Wow. I didn't think that one had the mustard to clear the fence in left field. But, you know, Jay Green is arguably the best player in the game for a reason. So he showed it off right there. Just a casual line drive, appearing at least, home run. I think that is Julie's 1st run allowed of this tournament. Oh, 2nd. I gave up 1 more, I guess. I don't really remember that, but gave up 1 run in one of the other games. It's alright. Not too surprising from Jay. He can turn pretty much anything into a home run, much like Julie herself. So
We want a batter, not a broken letter.
Troy is now up with his
I see you.
good day of unknown impact. Man, she has a terrible right hook.
We want a batter, not a broken
And
letter.
he hits that one, I don't think out, but
Right on.
off the fence for a single. Able to relay the ball back in pretty quick with our defense, so nothing more than that. With Troy, I don't expect him to try to steal, but also if he does, I think Tina will be able to throw him out, so wouldn't be too upset. Bags is in an open stance, so I'm trying to pepper this outside corner. He made a little contact with it, but right at Julie, or right where Julie was able to field it cleanly, and she threw to Derek. Derek over to Sally for the double play. Can't use the batting power up with our rule set, but just nice to get the runner off the base and have nobody on with 2 outs for current shortstop Frank Thomas. Really just a jack of all trades. Normally a first baseman nominally, but their primary pitcher to start the game off, and now playing shortstop. And Julie was able to strike him out on 3 pitches, so with the score of 7-1 going into the bottom of the second with Frances Brewer leading off. She hit a solo home run her first time up, and I would be pretty happy if she did that again. Really reaching base at all, of course, would be pretty acceptable. That was well placed. No real chance for her to advance to second, but I'm going to try steal, I believe. She can put her speed. If Jason makes a good throw, I'm going to have to retreat, because he does at least have that arm to potentially throw her out. But looks like a pretty easy steal there. Jason's throw was a little short, and Frank is slow and took a while to cover it. Cover the ground, I mean. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was a strike on the upper inside corner, but taking it anyways. No. I wouldn't have thought this was going to be a hit, but Bagwell ran all the way over to close to the pitcher's mound to try to field that one, and that left first base open, and Dante had the speed to run it out. With 2 on, I'm not feeling super confident in a steal. We're going to try a power swing with Sean. Don't really want to hit into a double play. Wow. I think he got all of that one. Yeah. Nice swing from Sean. That was the power I was seeing from him in batting practice and stuff. He hadn't really been performing for me in the games, or he had some good contact, just right at fielders basically. But it's hard for the fielder to catch it out in that field of corn past the hay bales in the right field. And with that 3-run home run, we're still at no outs in the inning and a 10-1 lead. And that looked like a decent one for Tina to swing at, but Jeff did not fall for our tricks again. Went back and covered first base successfully, and Jay was able to make the play. So our number 9 hitter, Sally Dobbs, is up and hits one pretty hard. Good swing, honestly, but right at, well, not even right at Sarah. She had to run over and kind of die about it. But, getting to have Sarah instead of Barry Bonds, who that might have just bounced off his head, is a pretty nice advantage. And Derek pops one up. This is one that they sometimes have trouble with, but Frank was I didn't actually really notice Frank coming back onto the mound, but Frank's pitching again and was there waiting when the ball bounced off Jason's head at catcher and was able to make the play. So we'll have Julie leading off next inning, which isn't ideal. We'd rather have people on base, but you know, solo home runs are still 1 run, of course. And she is still pitching as well, and with Timmy Unger on his bad day at the plate. Makes okay contact, but right to Derek, and he makes the throw over to Sally for the first out. So Robert Young is up next. He's got a 10 in batting, not quite as fearsome as of a power hitter as that could indicate, but some pop occasionally. In this case, though, he hit a little dribbler to the pitcher. I think that's what the actual term was. And Julie bobbled the ball a little bit, but was able to make the play. And that will bring up Jason Kendall again. Got out his first time. And tries to lay down a bunt, but Tina shouldn't have any problems with that, and she doesn't. So 3 quick outs that inning without having to face Jay Green. Any inning where you don't have to face Jay Green is usually a good one. And that will bring up Julie, as I said, to lead off our bottom of the 3rd inning. And they bring Sarah Maxwell into pitch. That means Frank Thomas now out in left field. Okay. Well, I was trying to hit it to him, but that didn't work out. Can I make it to second? I guess. They didn't. Might be able to make it to third with Julie, but Chico showing off his not strong arm in center field. So Julie legging out a double on a fairly routine base hit. Wow, that was a really nice pitch by Sarah in the inside lower corner. And that one's going to be a ball, though. Whitney does have a pretty good eye, which is nice. Looked her take that walk earlier in the game, and we would be pretty happy with one here as well. I don't know if I could steal third with Julie. Seems like possible. Whitney fouls that one off the barn towards the right. And that will bring up a 2-2 count. That one's going to be a strike. She hits a dinky one to Jason, who was able to make the play over to Bagwell. So first out of the inning, and that will bring up Lindsay Felgate. Definitely swinging power after her solid home run in the first. We're taking that. And it's a strike though. It's alright, 0-1. 1 out for Lindsay, and still have Julie on second. Oof. It's a nice pitch from Sarah. Puts me down 0-2. That one's a ball though. And yeah, I switched to a line drive swing to just try to make contact. 2 straight balls puts us at 2-2. And there's a third. Sarah lost her composure on the mound, or she just playing with her fruit. I don't know. Lindsay puts a nice swing on it. It hits Chico in the glove, but he is not able to make the play. And with his weak arm, like we pointed out earlier, took a while to get the ball into second, which gave both Lindsay time to get second and time for Julie to come all the way home. So that puts us up 11-1. Still have a runner on second base, and Francis Brewer at the plate. Takes a very close pitch on the outside, but was called a ball. So I think this one's a strike, and it looked like a good pitch to hit. So I swung at it, and I think it's gone. Yep. Man, our power bats outside of Julie, who has been struggling, have really come to play today. It's Brewer's second already in the... Are we just in the 3rd inning? I think so. Yeah, bottom of the 3rd. So Brewer's second home run of the day. having herself quite the ball game. Also have one from Lindsay and one from Sean Green, home runs that is. That is not what I was expecting to happen on that one. But it looks like we are going to get to take advantage of... I say take advantage of the AI. There wasn't really anything I could have done to stop him from making that throw over to first base, but the pitcher is never, or at least only rarely, able to actually field those. It tends to go out of play. So, got to send Dante over to second base without having to risk a steal on Jason. And that will bring up Sean Green with one out. And the runner on second, and Dante, and he takes 2 balls to start the at-bat. That might be a strike. Yeah, right on the inside edge of the strike zone, but that's okay. Still 2-1. That one was definitely a strike, but I just mistimed my swing, so 2-2. And I switched to line drive. I think I waited a little too long on that one. I closed stance, trying to drive it out towards Frank, but that one looks pretty good. Can Frank make this throw? Not that time. So, just a single from Sean, but we were also able to advance Dante to third. And I think we're going to steal second with Sean. I don't expect them to try to throw him out at second. And I was right. So, just a free move up there. Tina seems pretty likely to just ground out. She can take a walk. So, just wanted to take away the chance of a double play. We are perfectly happy to let Sarah throw the ball a foot below the strike zone on that one. This one's going to be a strike, though. Tina fouls it off. Yeah, I haven't been hitting too well with Tina overall. We're happy to take that ball as well. So, look out, 1 out. Runners on second and third right now. And Tina hits a little dinky ball towards Sarah. She does not try to make the play at first. So, that is one way for Tina to get a hit. And we now have bases loaded for Sally Dobbs. If she can drive it to either left field or right field, there's a pretty good chance of the ball falling in. That would require her to both make contact with the ball and hit it in fair territory, of course. So she's got a count of 1-1 with 1 out and bases loaded. Second ball, not bad. Pretty happy to take it. I think she hit that one just foul, yep. That would be pretty much exactly what we would want in fair territory, though. Especially with 2 strikes, I'm not going to try a power swing with her, but... yeah, I don't know if I should have switched to squared there, but did anyways. She fouls it off, 2-2. Fouls off that one, that was high and outside. Still 2-2. Just barely fouls off that one. That was low and outside. She gets a pretty nice piece of that one. I think Chico's going to be able to catch it, though, out in center field. Run, Dante, run! And it's going to end up being a sacrifice fly in this case. So we were able to get Dante home thanks to the deep pop fly from Sally. Chico's definitely nice for the Melonheads to have in center field right now, even unless I can get it like completely right on the line, basically. He can cover almost the entire rest of the field, so very nice for the Melonheads right now. Otherwise, I could be pretty much picking apart these left and right fielders that are not all that strong. Eric takes a couple pitches after fouling one off and has a 2-1 count. Then go to 3-1 on that one. So 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Now, Derek, what are you doing? Is anyone going to field this? No. Okay. And I think Jason actually could have gotten Tina out at second, but chose to try to throw out Sean, who's pretty much already at third. Not much I could have done to stop any of it, but he made a poor decision. And that gives Julie another chance. I don't think she got all that one. No. Unless Chico messes up, that's going to be our third out. Yep. Man, Julie has not been paying off with her power swing today, and I think that was the second time she left bases loaded. But that'll happen sometimes. We're pretty happy with our 14-1 score so far, going into the top of the fourth, so I only have 2 more chances at the plate. And we've got Sarah Maxwell leading off, who is probably pretty low on stamina right now, so unless she actually hits a homer, we're not too worried about any contact she can make. And in fact, she just struck out. Only Julie's second strikeout today. That will bring up the ever-dangerous Chico Pappas, who is probably also a little worn out from having to chase after everything in center field, but it doesn't matter. Oh, thought that was going to go. Whitney. I don't know why he would try to take second on that one, but now he's going to be tired. I would have just let me tag you out at this point, Chico. But alright, we're going to just go tag him out with Francis. I suck at rundowns. How do I get him out? I'm not even intentionally trying to wear him out. Alright, go tag him. There we go. Sorry, Chico. Yeah, I just don't know how to just run a little bit towards him and convince him to stop going back and forth. I've never had him try that many times in a row. Normally I feel like if you get him in a rundown like that, after a couple throws, they just run into the out. I've never seen them continually go back and forth like that. Whatever. Whatever I throw to Jay, he could just crush, yeah. Like that. Okay. Doesn't matter. I'm not actually sure if intentional walks are allowed, so I will not throw any, but if they were allowed, I would just intentionally walk Jay. That's just stupid. Threw a good mix of pitches, but you can't really do anything when the player has that kind of power. That's even on a bad day, too. Is that one going? No. Might get called a ground rule double. No, stays in the field of play. Whitney with a pretty good throw into Derek, but I think Troy still going to make it to second safely. It was a nice hit by Troy, right down the line. Not much we could have done about it. Good job by the relay team getting the ball in as well they could. So Troy on second. Let's see if nope. Francis. Dang it. Can we get the out? Derek threw the ball too hard for Tina at catcher. And that error led to the run coming in. And Bagwell advancing to second base. So some, in my opinion, unearned runs for Julie this inning, but I guess just that one. Now that Jay Green home runs don't count as earned runs, everybody knows that. So they put up 2. Definitely the most runs we've allowed in any of our Winterball games, but we've also scored the most runs. Scored more runs than we have in any of our other Winterball games. Pretty happy with the performance so far. We would definitely like to if we can get to 20, I'll feel pretty good. But this time that swing with Whitney, 1-on-1 count. We will take that ball. She does have a great eye. Holy heck. Yeah. A little bit further inside, or a little bit further towards the plate than I thought it was, but that's okay. That one's going to be a ball, so a 3-2 count for Whitney, who has already drawn one walk this game, and there's your second. I think as I was saying, it would be nice to get up to about 20 overall scored runs, if not run differential, which would be even better. I'm going to take, we're going to swing. Fouled it off, but I think that was worth a swing from Lindsay. We're still going to have the steal on for Whitney, especially on that pitch. I got her out. Dang it. Jason made just good enough of a throw to, even with the second baseman having to come off the bag, he was able to get back and tag out the sliding Whitney. And with 2 strikes, dang it, Sarah, 50-something pitches, not even a great pitcher in general, but located that one perfectly high and outside on the corner to strike out Lindsay. This is not looking like a great inning for us unless Francis can turn things around. She makes good contact. Is Frank going to get there? No. And we feel pretty good about going for 2 here. Okay. I think Jay actually might have been able to throw her out at second, but he decided to throw to third instead. Okay. Dante has been hitting pretty well today. I think pretty much all on line drive, so we will stick with that. See if we can get him on once again. Give Sean Green another chance with some runners on base. Yeah, I thought that was going to go low, but nice pitch on low and outside corner for Sarah. Oh, that was I think that's going to be an out, but nope, he flubbed it, so Dante is going to get put out at second base. Crap. I did not expect the immediate throw from right field to Bagwell to second, and Dante fell down as I was trying to retreat with him and got out. So instead of Sean Green coming up with 2 outs and 2 on, we end the inning with no runs, unfortunately. Wow, Julie makes a great play on that one to get the first out of the top of the 5th. Melon Heads still trail 14-3. Second batter swings at the first pitch, hits it short to Julie, who of course makes the play over to Sally. And that will bring Jason Kendall up for the 3rd time today. He has gone out both times, I think at least once on a silly bunt that he really had no chance of beating out, but sometimes the computer just kind of decides to do that to themselves. Jason's got a really nice line drive swing, and that's what I would be doing with him if this was me, of course, but the computer program does not seem to feel that way. And Jason struck out, bringing up Sean for us to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Sean's having himself a good game, definitely. 3 for 3. Even with nobody on, we're going to try a power swing until we get to 2 strikes at least. Yeah. Mistimed that one, I think, a little bit. 1-1. Looks high, and it is. 2-1. Sarah is really getting up there in pitch count. I'm surprised she's still in this game. She is throwing A lot of wild ones. I'm going to take that just in case. Wow. She goes from foot off the strike zone to perfectly located on a corner. But that one was another just a foot off the strike zone. And Sean gets the walk and goes down to first base. This does, of course, bring Tina back up. Try a steal. I don't feel very confident in it. Yeah, no chance. Maybe that slide there wasn't necessary. I really don't want to hit into a double play. Tina could draw a walk. She has a pretty good eye too. That would be pretty much most ideal. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. She does at least kind of beat the shift and is able to reach first. So no double play. Just a fielder's choice. We might give her a single, but you and I and the whole audience knows that it's her fault. Poor Sean. Sally pops it up on a close swing, somehow right at Frank Thomas in left field, and gets out. So, we're back at the top of the order. Man, this could be our last batter, but much prefer him to not be our last batter. Oh my gosh. Perfectly located hook on the high and inside corner. Derek just managed to foul that one off. Down to 2 strikes already. Pretty much had to swing at that one. Manages to foul it off too. Gonna need a pretty solid hit from him, or walk, but that's gonna be tricky as well, to prolong this inning and bring Julie back up. Doesn't look like it's gonna be it, unless they run into each other or Bagwell fumbles it. Nope. So, weird for me in that very promising start, and then Sarah Maxwell, of all people, came in relief and threw a ridiculous number of pitches. They never took her out, and I just couldn't get anything going against her. She is now up at the plate again. Hasn't done anything offensively today, and again, I imagine has to be pretty tired. But still seems to have decent speed right there. Lindsay, however, able to make the catch. Somewhat surprising to me based on my past experiences out in center field. And that's the first out of the top of the 6th. Last chance for the Melonheads computer-controlled squad to put up some runs on me. Poor Chico is exhausted from that earlier accidental rundown. I wasn't able to take advantage of it out in center field, and I think Julie would have made that play even on a full-speed Chico. And of course, gotta be Jay Green again. I'm gonna try a left hook and then for gosh, oh, he did it again.
You did very well.
Took it over the shed in right field. Way gone. 385 feet. He homered against me 3 times. That's ridiculous. Thankfully, nobody else was on during all of these home runs, but still very painful. Especially if those end up being runs that play a significant in the final outcome of my matchup. Luckily, Troy, who had been having a pretty good day on his actually good day, grounded out to Julie, and that will end the game at a score of 14-4. So I'll check and see how my opponent did, and we will have to find out if I have any more games in this Winterball season. It was a pretty fun team to play with, and good luck to any and all of my competitors that get to move on, and thanks for playing anyone that has been eliminated or will be eliminated, including possibly myself. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Bye.